Hello, and welcome to the Daily Gas for June 22nd, 2025, called A Little Bit of Chaos by Clover. So, this might be a little overwhelming for, for many people here. Chaos construction is not something that we touch on very often. I do have, I think, a couple videos on the channel where I go over chaos constructions, but this is pretty interesting. So, you can see this is fixed by 6, but there are no lines on the grid. And that's because, as the rules say, we need to divide the grid into 6 non-overlapping, orthogonally connected 6-cell regions. We fill the grid with the digits 1 to 6 so that each digit appears exactly once in each row, column, and region, and so that the digit in each circle indicates how many of the up to 9 adjacent cells, including itself, are in the same region. So we need to create the regions ourselves, and we are going to use these circles to do it. So for example here, this 4 says that if you look at this cell and the surrounding cells, this 4 counts how many of those cells are in the same region as it. We'll definitely be doing some color coding and line drawing. One of the things that we can do is we can go into the settings menu, and I think you guys might just be able to see this, but around the edge there's an enable letter tool. There is a pen tool, and switching to that pen tool allows us to pen in, not like that, but like this, pen in line. So let's say this was a region we found here, and then like this was another one. These are maybe our standard 6 by 6. So these would be our regions, and we can use this line tool to draw those in, but obviously we can also do some color coding to say, for example, if we say like these 6 cells are all the red region, then we know that these are like the yellow region. So we're going to find different ways to go about this, but yeah, it's interesting. Our very first, at least from what I can recall, our very first chaos construction in a daily gas. So with all of that, those are the rules. Let's just jump right into it. All right, well, right off the bat, we need to make 6 regions of 6 cells. And I see right away that this 6 tells us that this, as well as 5 other surrounding cells, are all in the same region, which means these are all one region. We don't even need to do any sort of color coding. This is just one region of the digits 1 to 6 once each. And the same is true over here with this 6. Um, the 4 is where it starts to get interesting, and maybe we should consider color coding here. I guess, okay, wait. First things first, actually, I'm noticing 4, 2 across these cells places 4, 2 here, and we actually have a 4 in the column, which means this is 2, 2, 4. We have a 3 in the corner, which gives us 1, 3 there. Across, we are missing 5, so that gives us a little bit of something. This will be your 1, 3, 6. We know, oh, well, this is interesting. I'm glad we started solving digits because this has to be from the set 1, 3, 6. We know it definitely can't be just 1 because these are all going to be the same. I was going to color code, but we know that these are all going to be the same. So this needs to be at least 3, actually at least 4. So we know if it has to be from the set 1, 3, 6, it actually just has to be 6, which means we have our region identifier here. And then 2 works perfectly fine. 2 will be one of these 2 cells. Um, Here we need 1, 3. Don't think we can really do much with that. And then 2 goes in one of these 2 cells. But at the very least, this 2 indicates this and this cell are part of the same region, but how does it grow from here? And maybe this is where 4, 3, it doesn't do the same thing as the 4, 2. 4 tells us these 4 are all part of the same region. Oh, wait a second. Wait, how does this work? 4 says it's all of these 4, including itself. It needs to have at least 3. So it has to be these 3. which means if we go back to the pen tool, this will be its own region, and then this will extend out one in some direction. We know it at least needs to be, so it has to be two, because the minimum, right, it can't be, we remove three from there. The maximum it can be is three. We know it can't be three, and it can't be one, which means it needs to be exactly two. So this cell is not part of this region. That doesn't necessarily mean it's part of this region. We just know that this is different from it. So if this is different from it, then this needs to be at least 6 in length. Again, it can't go into that cell. It could go up though, so we don't actually know where it goes from there. But these are all the same region. So we know that this is 2, okay? We know that this is 2. Otherwise, 4, 6. Oh, well, the question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could it ever extend in this direction? No, because then it would have to be part of this region, which means we actually know all the regions. No color coding needed. So then now, where does the 3 go in this region? This is going to be 3 here. Then where does the 6 go? This is going to be 6. 2, 1, 5. 1, 4, 5. Obviously this can't be 5, but don't see how we can do better. 4, 6, 1, 5. 1, 3. Because at this point, we are like done with our region finding. I'm pretty sure this is our constructed regions. So it's just about filling out the digits to satisfy the region conditions. This will be 1. 1, 2 will give us 5 here. 2 gives us 2, gives us 1. Across here is our 5. This is 4. From the column, we need 6. 6 gives us 6, 4. What was it? 1, 5. So this is 1, 5. And to finish us off, this is 5 and 4. And we're done in 5 minutes and 9 seconds with a little bit of chaos by Clover. A pretty neat little chaos construction there. I think a good introduction for those who have been following the gas series for a little bit and maybe haven't like delved into this realm before. But yeah, I thought it wasn't too, what's the word? It wasn't too challenging for a chaos construction, at least in the standard sense, but it made you think just enough to get you an idea of how this variant works. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I thought this was a great introduction. And with all that rambling aside, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.